Hey guys, so I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to talk about how nursing school has affected me since I started the program. So I started an accelerated ASN program in January of this year, and I'll be finished in December of this year. So prior to that, I had been working for a year and a half in the financial sector, and I was making okay money, being that I live at home and I'm single with no kids. So I was making enough to pay my bills and to be able to save up. I was also doing a bit of traveling, and so I was able to live comfortably for what for the money that I was making. So I found out that I got into the program in October, and to be honest, I really didn't prepare as much as I should have. I started preparing, I would say, in December. That is when I gave my job my 2 weeks notice. That's when I had to go in and get like all my medical paperwork and my shots together so that I could finally register, because I didn't register for classes until about 2 weeks before they started. But that's another story for another day. This video is just to talk about how my life has changed since I started the nursing program. So I've been affected mostly in three different ways, which are financially, socially, and spiritually. So I'll talk about finances at first. So, yeah, I'm just your typical broke nursing student. Like, that's the life I live. I'm lucky enough to live at home so that I don't have as many bills as some of my colleagues do, but I also don't have like someone to support me if this program doesn't work out per se. So I feel like I'm under a tad bit more pressure, but again, that's another topic going on a tangent. Um, but financially, it's difficult from getting a regular paycheck to getting nothing. And, like my first semester was from January to June, and the loan that I had applied for, because I waited so late, wasn't going to come in until May. And yeah, this is January, and I had to pay for my classes. So I had to pay out of pocket for classes, and basically I put it on a credit card. And between tuition, uniform, shoes, clinical equipment that we're required to purchase, books, software, I'd easily spent about $4,000. And that was just for the first half of the year. So it's not cheap. It's definitely not cheap. And this is really hard for me specifically because I didn't have a whole lot of money saved up. I have some money saved up, but that is literally for emergencies, like if my car breaks down or something happens. So I don't use that money. So I'm literally going into debt on faith that I'm gonna do well in this program, and I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna be an RN. But that's how it's affected me financially. I literally bring a lunch every day. When I had a job, I had the luxury of like, oh well, if I didn't feel like bringing a lunch, a little Panera, Lime, whatever I wanted, TGI's. I can't do that now. I don't go anywhere. I stay at home and I try to save as much as I can. I do live now. I still manage to travel, and if I really need something, I will get it for myself. But everything is a luxury at this point, if that makes sense. On the flip side, it's definitely taught me to budget a lot better, and I know that there are a lot of things that I can go without that I don't necessarily need. Like when I was working, I had my hair done all the time, had my nails done all the time. As a student nurse, you can't really even get your nails done. And as far as hair, it's in a bun 100% of the time. Like my hair is never down. It's just impractical. So I've learned to be okay with not being so made up, if that makes sense. All right, so let's talk about socially. I consider myself somewhat of a social introvert, which is like I I mean, I don't really like going out so much. I prefer staying at home. I'm definitely a homebody, and I've had the same friends forever. So I'm okay with that. Like I don't like being in large crowds or anything like that on a consistent basis, if that makes sense. So nursing school has magnified that times 10,000. So I didn't really go out before. Now I don't go out at all. Like I went out for my um brother's girlfriend's birthday dinner, and that was the first dinner I had attended in like 4 months. Mind you, I've been in this program 6 months, so that'll show you I really don't go anywhere. I have traveled. I've taken one trip, and I did go to the Beyonce concert, and that's pretty much the gist of my social life in the past 6 months. I do keep in contact with friends, and they kind of keep me grounded and motivate me, but you just don't have the time. You really don't have the time. Like all my time is dedicated to schoolwork, and school is bad at this point. So that's how it's affected me socially, um, negatively, I guess, but positively, I've really strengthened the relationships that I have with the people that I care about. They come through, they let me vent, they encourage me, and they really push me when I just need that little nudge. So there's that. Now, spiritually, girl, so I practice the Christian faith, and my walk with God has been a long and arduous walk. I have at times in the past felt like I could just do things on my own. Like I don't need God, I don't need Jesus. Like I got this. It's working. It's working fine for me. I'm doing okay, and when I felt like that, that's usually right before I fell flat on my face, and he was trying to tell me you can't do it on your own. So ever since I started this whole application process, before I even got into the program, I was walking on faith, and I haven't been let down thus far. Getting into this program was an ordeal at that, and getting through this program has definitely tested my faith and my humility, and I would not be here without that. And I feel like I haven't been closer spiritually ever in my life before, and I have no one to thank but nursing school with that. So those are the three ways that I've been affected. Don't mind me if I'm looking down. I made some notes so that I don't ramble too much. And yeah, that's how I've been affected. Let me know if you guys have been affected, or like what's your opinion, or just any comments or anything else that you have to say. And that's all I have for you now. I have an OB test coming up at the end of the week. I'm very nervous because this is our first test. It's worth 25% of our grade. This is only a 4-week course. It's extremely fast. So every exam counts. There's literally no room for improvement. If I fail this exam, there's a high likelihood that I'll fail this class. So actually, pretty sure I'll fail this class. But that's where I'm at right now, preparing for that exam. And in the meantime, I just felt like making a video. I did schedule some blog posts. If you don't know, I do have a blog that correlates with this YouTube channel. So if you want to read more in depth about what I'm going through, I would definitely say check out the blog, because I'm probably not going to be able to make as many videos as I would like because I'm in school. But that's all I have for you, and until the next time, see you.